Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the CEO and founder of AutoGrow.co, as you may or may not already know. I'm joined today by Alex, Mariana, Pavlo, and the newest addition to our team, Becca. Welcome, Becca. So we're talking about the top 7 timeless sales tips that you can bank on, that you can take to the bank and deposit like actual money. And we put together this list. Becca, you did all the research for this. But we're putting together this list because now more than ever, it's really important that you realize as much value as possible from every single lead that's coming into your funnel, that's coming into your website, that's contacting you. And when you have conversations with these leads, whether it's through a live chat, whether it's on the phone, whether it's person to person, whether it's through email, as many of our clients actually do. They make sales through emails, or they're having a conversation before they even get on the phone. You want to be using the right words. You want to be saying the right things to present you and your brand in the best light. All right. So how do you do that? Well, that's what these tips are going to help to show you right now. All right. So Becca, what is the first one, and any interesting data that you found as part of the research?
Yeah, so the first one is know when to cut your losses. This is basically just knowing when to walk away from a deal, when you've tried everything you can, or when you can tell that the relationship isn't going to be mutually beneficial for both you and the prospect.
Totally. So in my experience working with clients, talking with clients before they actually become clients or not in many cases, um, it's interesting in business, all that you need to be successful, you could fail 9 times out of 10 in terms of like only having like a 10% conversion rate. But if the numbers make sense for your business, well, then it's a success. So basically you're saying no to 9 potential clients and saying yes to one, in terms of the service that you're providing or the product or high ticket product that you might be selling. And whenever I think from experience, I've always had like a really high conversion rate. I think a big part of that is because I actually don't try to sell. I really just kind of focus on the client, and I focus on understanding, okay, is it actually a fit for the client? What it is that we're actually selling to them. In this case, AutoGrow helping our clients who are coaches and agencies and startups to delegate their digital marketing tasks to. So as long as I believe that they're a fit, I will sell them, on AutoGrow. But if I don't, I usually just kind of professionally say, okay, I think I'll try to add value still. I'll say, I think you need to do this, this, and this for it to make sense. Or I think you maybe need to be in this position, or maybe I think it's just not a fit for whatever XYZ reason. Maybe you want to try, ABC as a solution instead. I think clients appreciate that. It's a nice way to just kind of politely say it's not a fit, and just cut your losses. The other thing too, especially if you're selling services, is you know I like, what was it, about 7 years ago, I worked with a company that was one of the Inc. 500 fastest growing companies. We partnered with them, and so I was at the time, AutoRow was in a very different place, and so it was kind of like an affiliate sales relationship. Um, and so anyway, I would get on the phone with these prospects and work with them to close deals, and then AutoGrow would get like a portion of the sale. But from working with the founder of this high growth company, especially with one client that came in that was being kind of difficult, there was like, oh, I want these kind of changes or revisions to the contract. And so I brought that to the founder. It's like, all right, well, he's going to spend, whatever, $20,000, $30,000 with the company, but he wants these changes to the contract. And he said, Matt, we have a no assholes rule in terms of like, we're not going to work with clients who are going to be very difficult, like right from the beginning. And I was a little bit surprised, like, oh, okay, that's pretty blunt, but over time it's made more and more sense. So I think especially in terms of selling services, it's really good if you're working with clients who you believe are not just a fit in terms of problem solution, but who are a fit in terms of, you're going to like working with them. They're going to like working with you, because that's always a green flag rather than a red flag. Okay. That one's a little long. We're going to speed up the others. What's number 2, Alex?
So number 2 is if you believe in it, they will buy it. It's all about having enthusiasm for your product.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, don't like a lot of salespeople, they'll move. Some salespeople who are like career salespeople, they will move from like one company to the next, and you know, and they'll maybe often be hunting for like, oh, like if I could just like get a higher salary and a higher commission. But it's really often about what you're selling as much as it is about you. Because if you're selling something that, you know, isn't good, doesn't solve a real fundamental problem that people are willing to pay to have solved, in any type of economy, right? Well, then it's really not sustainable. And moreover, if, you personally don't actually believe in the value that, because I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be honest in here and in here, and you have to know, like, okay, like, is this something that I'm going to be glad to sell people, because I know it's going to help them, it's going to make their lives or their business better. So you got to be straight with that, straight with yourself. Otherwise, it's really not going to be sustainable long term. All right.
Yeah. So the next one then is 6 is the magic number, which basically your contact rates will increase once you've had 6 or more contacts attempts with a prospect.
Yep. Yep. So this plays on one of the laws of sales funnel physics. So there are 11 laws of sales funnel physics, and one of them is called the law of repetition, which just same principle, by hearing from or hearing about from the same brand or the same person over a period of time, you're more likely to engage and become a qualified lead that maybe gets on the phone or actually goes and buys something. And part of that too is because, you have to actually remember it. It has to be important enough for you, or rather you have to heard about it and heard from the company enough times to actually remember to take action on it. Because if you don't remember it, you won't take action on it. So that's the principle at work there. All right, what's the next one, Pavlo?
So the next one is simply being authentic is not enough. So authenticity definitely helps to set up a connection with your prospects, but it might not work at the end if there are no skills and technique behind it.
Yeah. So I always just be myself on sales calls with clients and with everyone, because life is just easier that way. And I think clients appreciate that. And as you said, Pavlo, like, it's something that people connect with. People want to be with other people who are being genuine. The thing is, you have to use basically the other tips that we're kind of giving you here in combination with that. So for example, using kind of the last tip in a way, sometimes I'll repeat certain things, law of repetition, so that they're kind of remembered, and so that they're, for example, maybe the name of the company in some way, or maybe, I'll make a call to action towards the end of the call, saying like, okay, like, you're ready to sign up, for example. Just an example of another technique. And maybe there'll be an objection, and okay, I'll answer that question. I'll make sure that they're comfortable with it, and then I'll come back, to that call to action to actually sign up. So authenticity is great, but you got to combine it with technique.
Yeah, the next one is there's no I in team. Basically, there's power behind using collaborative language.
Yep. This one's pretty simple. So just like in the article, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you want to see the full article, the link is in the description below. And there's 33 actually timeless sales tips in total that we put together for you guys. So we just picked out the top 7, but the others are awesome and they're really good. So go check out the full article. But this one simply put, using collaborative language, you want to put yourself on the same team as the client. And this is just, it will come naturally just by kind of looking out for their best interest, and if you believe that your product or service is going to help them. So you're going to use words like we, us, and together. So although together could sound a little corny. So together we will get your sales funnel converting. Maybe don't say that. Let's say we and us. That's good. All right. What's
Okay,
the
so the next one is know when to let the buyer talk. I think this one's pretty clear, but what can you say about it?
Yeah, a lot of sales professionals that teach other salespeople how to be more effective recommend this, and it's 100% true. Um, Shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. Ask questions. Really, just try to understand where the prospect is at. You know, what do they think? Because that's really what matters at the end of the day. It also taps into, you know, just a basic human need and desire to be understood. So shut up and listen. Really try to understand what the person is saying, and where they're at logically, emotionally, and how they view your product or service through that lens. And then on top of that, show that you've listened, by actually incorporating, you know, their objection, their feedback, whatever it is they're saying, into your response.
So then the last one is don't take your time, jump on leads as soon as possible. So some people maybe would take a little time, give a break between when the lead reaches out versus when it's received. But it's proven that the sooner you reach out, the more success you'll have with that lead.
Yep, absolutely. I couldn't put it better. And I would just say though, like one thing that we did the other day at AutoGrow that I think is directly relevant to this one, just in terms of like the sooner that you can reply to a lead, you know, the better result that you're more likely to get. So for example, we had our Calendly booking widget on our website, and I was talking with Raul about this the other day, our sales strategist. And I said, you know, Raul, we're only accepting bookings for like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know, I think we should just expand it to be, you know, 5 days a week, because in my experience, when a prospective customer or client is ready to buy, they want to talk immediately the next day. So for example, if it's a Monday, it's the end of the day, and they're looking at booking for, you know, they would have to wait until Wednesday if it's on a Monday end of the day. In order to book something. So they have to wait 2 extra days rather than just waiting 1 day to talk with us the next day. And so, and that also plays on the law of range, which means that the more options that you give people, the more likely that they are to convert. All right. So thank you so much, Becca, Alex, Mariana, and Pablo, for your help in putting together this video, and Becca for doing all the research. And for those of you watching, I hope that you'll take action on these tips, because action is what is actually going to get results. We put these together to be specific and easy so that you could implement them fairly quickly. And in general, I encourage you, if you're looking to grow your business and you don't have the time to actually do all of the digital marketing yourself, because maybe all of your time is focused on actually selling to prospects, whether again it's through email, live chat, or over the phone, or even in person, check out AutoGrow, because with AutoGrow you can delegate all of your digital marketing tasks without the high cost of hiring. So you come to us and you basically get an instant team of professionals who can help you to execute on whatever it is your goals are. If you don't have an idea of, you just know, okay, like I want to grow sales, I want to grow leads, but I'm not sure, you know, what I should invest in or what I should do differently, we can work with you to help you decide, okay, what are the specific strategies and tactics that you should pursue? And then we have the talent on staff to execute on those strategies for you. So we got an amazing service, and it's getting better every day. It's kind of like project management software where you log in, you're paying a flat fee for it, and just people are in the software ready to get work done for you, ready to help you grow your business. All right, so check it out at autogrow.co. And if you're more of the do-it-yourself type and you're on a bit of a tighter budget, you may want to check out our products, our online trainings like AutoGrow's 6-figure sales funnel. You can check that out, and other similar trainings at autogrow.co/marketplace. All right. Thank you very much. Keep converting, stay focused.